The scene begins with the school counselor Allison on the phone with the teacher of Abby, asking her to send Abby to her office.
Trouble focusing? Mm-hmm. Yeah, a little disruptive. Okay, yeah, I can talk to her. Yeah, will you send it to my office, please? Thank you. Hi, Abby. Do you mind coming in to chat for a little bit?
Yeah.
How's class going? Do you know why your teacher wanted you to talk to me?
No, am I in trouble?
No, you aren't in trouble. Your teacher has felt that you've been having some trouble in class. Do you have any idea why she might think that?
No.
Well, she's mentioned something about you not being prepared for class, not doing your homework and having trouble focusing and that sort of stuff. Have you been having trouble focusing? Do you think that maybe your trouble focusing has something to do with you not completing your assignments? What about at home? Can you tell me how you like to spend your time at home? Abby, is everything okay at home? Are there any issues going on that you'd like to share with me? Abby?
Yeah?
I heard you're quite the artist. Your teacher tells me you spend a lot of time in class doodling. Do you like to draw?
Yeah, I guess so. But I'm not that good.
That's not what I've heard. Your teacher says your drawing is very good. Personally, I would love to see some of your work. I have a deep appreciation for artwork. Can you do me a favor and draw me a picture of what it's like to be at home for you after school?
What do you mean?
Well, if someone walked through your door after you got home from school, what would they see? Is that something you can draw?
Yeah.
I want you to draw to the best of your ability of what it would look like if I came over in the afternoon. What would I see? Would I see you and your family? What would you be doing? You don't have to draw every little detail. Just draw enough so that I can get a good idea, okay?
Like that? Like I said, I'm not very good. But I tried my best.
Don't be silly. This is really well done, Abby. Your teacher was right. You really do have a talent. I wish I could draw like this. Now, can you tell me what's going on in this picture?
Yeah. Well, Alice, that's my older sister. She's babysitting me, and I am sitting on the couch, playing with my iPad 4 with Retina display. My friend at school had one, and I wanted one for the longest time, and I finally got my parents to get me one.
Wow, that's a very nice gift. You're a lucky girl. What do you like to do on your iPad? Do you make any artwork on it?
Play games mostly. Sometimes I watch Netflix or YouTube videos, and yeah, sometimes I do some art stuff. It's so awesome, and I really love it. It was the best present I ever got.
Does your sister play games with you? Does she do art with you too?
Only sometimes if I beg her. She mostly just plays on her own phone. It seems like all she ever wants to do is talk on the phone and text her stupid boyfriend. She doesn't really like to play with me anymore.
Well, it seems like you spend some time with her at home. You guys hanging out in this picture? Do you spend a lot of time with your sister?
Yeah, I guess so. She watches me every day after school.
What about your parents? Where are they?
Working. They're always working. It seems like I can barely spend any time with them anymore.
And how do you feel about that?
It makes me sad. I miss them. It also makes me kind of angry because I feel like they are ignoring me. And when they are home, they are always tired. I know that they have to do work for me and my sister, and they're always telling me that. I really love my mom and dad. I just wish they could be there more for us.
I see. It sounds like your parents' work schedules have really been hard on you. In this picture, are you on your iPad before or after you do your homework?
In the middle.
What do you mean in the middle?
Well, because sometimes I get stuck on a problem. Oh, like I started my homework, but I didn't finish it yet.
Well, why don't you just finish your homework and then play on the tablet? This way you get your homework done and you can play on it all you'd like.
Well, because sometimes I get stuck on a problem and nobody helps me. Plus, nobody checks to see if I finished it, so it doesn't really matter.
Your teacher thinks it matters. You don't agree?
She doesn't care. Nobody cares. She just gets mad at me. I don't care about passing. Homework is stupid anyways. My parents never cared to tell me to do it, so why should anyone else?
I care about you, Abby, and I believe we can find a way to do this and get you passing. I believe in you, and that you're a stronger girl than maybe you realize sometimes. The fact is, your teacher isn't mad. She just wants to see you succeed. And she gets frustrated when she sees a smart girl like you not doing as well as she can. If we could come up with some good ideas to move in a more positive direction with all of this, would you be willing to give it a shot?
I don't know, maybe.
Good. Okay, Abby, it's almost time for you to go back to class, but I want to ask you a question before you go back to your class, okay? What would it be like if a miracle happened while you were sleeping tonight and all of your homework problems went away? What would that feel like for you if you woke up tomorrow and all of your problems with school were gone? What would it be like tomorrow, and how would you feel if you knew that your problems with your homework were gone?
I would feel really good, and I wouldn't be in trouble with my teacher anymore, and I would be happy because my parents would be spending more time with me.
Okay, Abby, I think that's a really great goal to work towards. Why don't you get back to class now, and we'll talk more later, okay?
Okay.
Abby returns to class. The counselor calls her parents shortly after she has gone to schedule a meeting after school with her parents.
Wait.
Hello, Mrs. Cruz. I'm Allison Buck, school counselor here at the elementary school.
You can call me Tiana. Nice to meet you. My husband should be here shortly. He was at work, as was I.
That's fine. Do you know when he will be here exactly? Because if this time doesn't work, then we could always postpone.
That shouldn't be necessary. I'm sorry I'm late. Traffic is rough right now, and they're doing construction right near my work.
No worries. Okay then, as I mentioned to Tiana, I'm Allison Buck, the school counselor here.
Pleasure to meet you. I'm Matt, Abby's dad.
Nice to meet you. Well, let's jump right in. I'm not sure if you are aware of this, but I have been notified that Abby is in danger of having to repeat the 3rd grade. She's missed quite a lot of homework, and it's holding her back from moving on to the 4th grade. In addition to not completing her homework, her teacher has told me that she's been having trouble focusing in class and is also being disruptive towards classmates.
We weren't aware.
This does not make sense, since when we are not home, she's in the care of her older sister, and we make sure that Alice checks her homework. One of the rules we established is that her sister check her homework every night before she is allowed to play.
Yeah, she's not allowed to use her tablet if she does not do her homework.
Nope.
And Abby has never had trouble before. Is there any way the teacher just doesn't like Abby?
On the contrary, the teacher is the one that called me and asked me to speak to Abby and to the two of you. We all want to see Abby succeed. I spoke to Abby earlier this morning, and she drew me a picture of her daily routine when she comes home. I would like you to take a look at it and tell me what you think. When I asked Abby to interpret the picture for me, she said that this is Alice on the phone, and this is her on the couch playing with her tablet. She told me that her sister is mostly talking on the phone and texting her boyfriend, and that she doesn't even bother with Abby's
Girls.
homework.
Bad girls. I just don't understand. She's always been a good student. I had no idea her sister wasn't doing what she was told, and it looks like we're going to have a talk with her too. I trusted her with Abby, and it hurts to know that my trust is being abused. I thought I made it very clear how important Abby's schoolwork was. Apparently I wasn't clear enough.
She never really needed help with her homework when I was home. I used to help her every night, and then we would play together. She always had such good grades in her first 2 years here.
What do you mean by when you were home?
Well, I just recently started working at a nursing home, but before that I didn't need to work because Matt, he worked at a law firm as a paralegal. But unfortunately last year they made major cutbacks and he was laid off for about 9 months. Now he works as a security guard in a financial building. Hopefully it's just temporary, but we don't know when something else will open up, and we've been pretty stressed out ourselves about it.
Yeah, I still can't believe it, you know. It's been hard on us to make ends meet. with an 8-year-old girl that's used to being daddy's little girl and a teenager that feels as if the world is conspiring against her. It's been a test, no doubt about it, but I never thought it was this bad. I mean, her mom always helped her with her homework and made sure it was done, but she just doesn't have the time anymore in our current situation. I wish we did, but we have to do what we have to do to support them.
I completely understand. It's not easy at all. I've got a pamphlet here that may help you adapt some new homework skills. You can bring these home to Alice and show her when you have a talk with her. It's got some really good ideas and techniques on how to successfully incorporate homework into your child's routine. And I think if you can talk to Alice and get her on board, she could really use this. It also talks about positive reinforcement and rewarding children for work. Maybe you guys could incorporate some of this and do something special with her when you have the time, each week when she's been completing her assignments.
We bought her a tablet as an incentive to continue doing well in school, but apparently it isn't working as well as we thought. I don't know how we were so unaware of her grades slipping. I feel like such a horrible parent.
Abby knows you are both working hard to provide for her and her sister, and she does love her tablet, but I think some more one-on-one time might also be beneficial. Do you have a chance to talk to Abby once you get home from work?
Well, I get home at 7, and by the time she's already in bed, and Matt makes it home around 9 if he doesn't work overnights.
I see. So it sounds to me like Abby may be testing her boundaries at home and at school as a response to your work schedule.
But how are we supposed to fix that if we can't cut back on our work hours right now?
I don't think changing your work schedules is necessary. I believe that even just making it clear to Abby that you are interested in her behavior at school will promote some positive changes. If the two of you are open to the idea, I would like to send you home with a worksheet on child behavior. I would like if you could find a couple of minutes to fill it out together, and then we could schedule another meeting and include Abby this time.
That'd be great.
It really would.
Perfect. So with this worksheet, I would like you to answer these questions about how you both experienced discipline growing up and how it makes you feel when you have to set similar boundaries for Abby. For example, this first question talks about that when you were children, do you remember what happened to you if you didn't do as you were told?
Yeah, I wasn't allowed to play my drum set, and I couldn't go outside and play soccer with my friends.
Yeah, something similar. I wasn't allowed to watch TV.
Okay, well this is just a learning experience, so there's no right or wrong answers. I just ask that you both be as honest as you can with the rest of the questions.
Okay. So that's all we have to do?
That's it. And this last session talks about the importance. This last section talks about the importance of pleasant activities for a child to balance the discipline. I thought that maybe when we meet next time, we could fill this part out with Abby. That way she can take part in brainstorming some fun and rewarding activities for you to do as a family. Does that sound okay?
That sounds perfect.
Great. I look forward to seeing you both again.
Thank you.
Counselor Buck, you wanted to see me?
Hi Abby, come on in and take a seat.
Why are you guys here? I thought you guys should be at work.
Well, Princess, your mom and I realized that we haven't been home much lately because of work. Alice has helped us out by being home with you after school, but we were thinking that maybe we could have one day a week where we all spend time together as a family.
Really?
Well, we've been talking to Counselor Buck, and she's brought it to our attention that we have not been present at home. We decided that instead of spending our days off sleeping in and watching TV, we could do more interactive things, like play games and go out as a family. What do you think?
I would love that.
But we need you to make sure that you're keeping up with all your homework too, okay? If you haven't finished it all, we'll have to spend our family time catching up on homework instead. Deal?
Deal, deal, deal.
Okay, great. Now, Abby, do you think you could help your mom and dad come up with some fun activities you would like to do together as a family?
Yeah, we could have a movie night or go to that new trampoline place.
Those are great ideas, Abby. What do you two think?
Absolutely, it's settled then.
No.
Abby, if you can get all of your homework done after school this week, then we can have a family movie night on Sunday. Sound good?
With popcorn?
Of course.
Great. You all worked very well together today. Abby, can I see you again next week so you can tell me about movie night?
Yeah.
Do you need anything else from us?
No, I think that's enough for today. Thank you both for taking the time to be here. It means a lot to both Abby and I. If I see any more reason for concern, I'll be sure to contact you.
Please do. Thank you for your
Thank you
help.
very much.
Thank you, Counselor Buck.
Alright.